Hello, class. My name is Kyle Carlson. We're going to talk about the First Amendment, the Bill of Rights, free speech, and the Second Amendment and gun rights. We're not going to get into the entire Bill of Rights. We're going to focus on the First and Second Amendment. So you guys have a heads up so you're ready for classroom discussion tomorrow. So our objective, we're going to be able to identify the First and Second Amendments and explain what they are. That coincides with TEKS 113.20. So we're going to get into the Bill of Rights at a later time. But the Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. They're designed to limit the power of the federal government, often called the Bill of Limits. James Madison is quoted as saying that these rights are God-given and inalienable rights that the state, which is the federal government, simply recognizes. So our First Amendment is our freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. So the First Amendment states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. So the First Amendment gives us our right to be able to criticize the government, to criticize each other, to speak our minds, to speak truth to power. And it does have limits. The freedom of speech is not unlimited. You aren't allowed to yell fire in a crowded theater. You're not allowed to threaten other citizens that you're going to kill or harm them. But it most importantly allows you as a citizen to speak the truth as you see it, to criticize the government without repercussions from the government. That does not mean there are no repercussions from your speech. It means that the government cannot punish you for speaking. But if you were to say something horrible at work, that does not protect you from getting fired by your boss. Freedom of speech protects you from the government. It does not protect you from all repercussions from you saying horrible things at work or in any other number of situations. You can still have consequences, just not legal ones handed out by the federal government. Our Second Amendment is, while we're probably all familiar with it, we're going to go into a little bit more depth. Our Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. So we're talking about guns here, we're talking about weapons. The Second Amendment states, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now it seems very simple, but the one big hang-up people have is the comma controversy. What is the comma controversy? It says that there are two clauses in the statement, the well-regulated militia and the right of the people. Now, this has been ruled on by the Supreme Court, and they have stated that the amendment's prefatory clause announced a purpose, but it does not limit or expand the scope of the second part, which is the operative clause. The operative clause's text and history demonstrate that it connotates an individual's right to keep and bear arms. Now, that was written by Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia in his majority opinion on a D.C. gun ban case. So for many years, people thought the Second Amendment only was for the well-regulated militia. They have ruled that the Second Amendment protects the right for all citizens, not just a well-regulated militia to keep and bear arms. So something to think about. I want you guys to think about where those rights have limits, what those limits could be, and I'll see you guys in class. Thank you.